Imagine two situations. So we have one singular guy and he set out to start self-improvement. He wants to improve himself. He wants to just become a better person, improve his looks, a lot of things, your typical self-improvement stuff, right? But there's two different ways he could go from here. In one situation, he doesn't give a fuck. And in the other, he does give a fuck. And so in the difference between these situations is that the guy who doesn't give a fuck will be more successful. Just think about it, right? If the guy that cares so much about what other people think and always gives a fuck about every little single thing that he does, he's not gonna end up doing anything. And that's what we do. We overstress, we overthink about what other people will think about us, how other people will judge us. Like, if I go to the gym, other people are gonna stare at me for being this skinny little bitch or fat bastard. No, most people don't care. And that's the problem with a lot of us. If we just stop giving a fuck and we just stop caring about what other people think and we just do the thing, we're typically a lot better than we actually think we'll do, and we'll make a lot of progress. And the period of time where you feel that you're really insecure about how you look and how you feel and how other people go about or their impression of you, that period of time will be over very quickly if you start building yourself up and you have that confidence to say, like, so what? So what if people think that I'm ugly? I know I'm not. I have a decent body and etc. Right? Like, look at me. I shave my fucking head. You think that I could do this without giving a fuck? No, I had to not give a fuck to be able to shave my head. So in this video, here's how you can stop caring. Now this video, I'm not gonna tell you that you shouldn't give a fuck 24/7, and that's the wrong way to go about it, I think. Because some of you might have already heard that advice, and in your head you might think, I have to be this savage that doesn't care about anything in his fucking life. But no, there are things you should care about and there are things you shouldn't care about. But all you really need to do is shut out that nagging voice at the back of your head that always says, like, oh, what if this happens? What if, like, your mom gets pissed off? What if your friends start laughing at you? All you need to do is shut out that thought and that voice to do what you need to do. Like, for me, look at me. I shave my head, and the story behind this is that I lost a bet, right? And it is what it is. But I didn't really want to shave my head, right? I was always worried about, like, oh, what if my mom gets really pissed off because, you know, my mom cares about me, and something like this, she would obviously be kind of like freaked out by, right? And what if my friends start laughing at me because I look like fucking an egghead? But when I was standing in the shower, right, I was about to shave my head, I had to really amp myself up and just try and convince myself to be able to shave my head. And for that small instant where I was like, okay, let's do it, and I just shaved my head, that's all it took. That's all it took for me to properly shave my head. Because you want to approach the things you want to do with the all or nothing mentality. Because for me, shaving my head, it was physically an all or nothing thing, right? I had to either shave my head or keep my hair, and I decided to shave my head completely, and this is where I ended up. And if you're trying to do something else, or like reading, or I don't know, going to the gym, right? Set up a situation where all you can do is either do nothing or do the thing that you have to do. Lock yourself in a room. If you're trying to read, like, you only have the book in there and lock yourself with nothing else. Or if you're going to the gym, leave yourself with no way of leaving the gym besides walking back home for a long ass time or going to do that workout. And the one reason I think we really have these negative thoughts of, or these fears that, what if we do this? What if that happens? What if this happens? Is because what other people think of us. We always care about what other people think of us and what their impression of us is. But a lot of times, it really isn't that bad, right? When I shave my head, my mom was kind of pissed off and she took away my phone, but that's not the biggest deal. So what if she takes away my phone, and so what if she gets pissed off? It is what it is, it happened already, right? And you have to do the same thing. Get this in your mind, right? Don't overthink. Just don't overthink and stop caring about other people's impressions. Now that's a lot harder than it is just saying it, but you have to get this in your head. People honestly don't give a fuck about you. They're too busy with their own life and they're too busy doing their own things that even if they see some funny guy with a bald ass head, so what? They might laugh at it for a few seconds, but they'll forget about it, and you're probably gonna never meet these people again. And to really get this into your head and to really make it stick with you, I want you to do something right now. Bring out like a sheet of paper and write down what your goals are on it, right? So for me, it's gonna be like YouTube, right? And building a good physique. And then right next to them, what problems could occur and what you're scared of happening when you do these things. And for me, it could be something like, what if my mom finds this channel? What if my sister finds this channel? And then after, right next to it, write down what are the honest consequences that happen if these things that you don't want to happen actually happen. So if my mom finds out this channel, it's probably not going to end up that badly. So what if she finds my videos? She might even find inspiration from this shit. So yeah, don't really care about these things, right? The things that you're scared of happening honestly aren't that bad. These things are not the worst thing that can happen. And even in the worst case scenario, you're probably going to go off fine, right? There's nothing stopping you from doing these things and you're fine. So that's about it for this video. So stop caring and do the shit that needs to be done. All right, and give me a kiss.